Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our podcast. I'm Sophia, and with me today is my good friend, Ethan.
Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in. Today we're talking about a topic that many of us can relate to, how to stay motivated when learning alone. We all know how hard it can be to keep going when you're studying by yourself, especially with a language. But don't worry, we've got some practical tips to help you stay on track.
Yeah, I totally get it. When you're learning alone, it's easy to lose motivation. You might feel lonely or wonder if you're even making progress. But we're here to remind you that it's completely normal, and we'll share some simple strategies that can really help.
Exactly. So, let's start with step 1. Set small, clear goals. This is a big one, because when you're learning alone, it can be overwhelming to think about everything at once. But if you break your learning into smaller, manageable goals, it's easier to stay focused.
That's a great point, Ethan. For example, let's say you want to learn 10 new words this week. If you try to learn 50 words, it can be too much and you might feel frustrated. But 10 words? That feels doable, right? And you can celebrate once you reach that goal.
Exactly, Sophia. Small wins help you feel good about your progress. And that brings us to step 2. Create a routine. Having a daily or weekly schedule makes learning feel more natural. For instance, you can set a specific time each day to study. Maybe you'll spend 20 minutes in the morning or 15 minutes before bed. It doesn't matter when, as long as it's regular.
I love that idea. It makes learning feel more like a habit instead of a chore. When you stick to a routine, you don't have to think about it too much. You just do it. And after a while, it becomes easier, almost automatic.
Yes. And here's another important tip. Find what you enjoy. When you're learning alone, it's easy to feel bored or unmotivated if you're doing the same thing over and over. But if you add activities that you love, like watching a movie in the language you're learning, reading a book, or listening to music, it makes studying feel more fun.
Yes, I love watching shows in the language I'm learning. Even if I don't understand everything, I'm still enjoying the experience. It's not all about studying hard, it's about enjoying the process. If you enjoy what you're doing, it's much easier to keep going.
Exactly, Sophia. So, step 3. Mix things up. Don't just focus on grammar or vocabulary all the time. Try different ways to learn. You could try speaking practice with apps, reading stories, or even chatting with someone online. Variety makes learning more interesting and keeps your motivation high.
Totally. And let's not forget about step 4. Reward yourself. Motivation can dip, especially when you're learning alone. So giving yourself rewards is important. Maybe after you finish a study session, you treat yourself to something small, like a cup of coffee or your favorite snack. It's like giving yourself a little thank you for your hard work.
Oh, I do that. It's so motivating to look forward to a little reward. And speaking of rewards, step 5 is all about keeping track of your progress. Sometimes we forget how far we've come. So, it helps to write down what you've learned or check off tasks on a list. It reminds you that you're actually moving forward, even on days when it doesn't feel like it.
Yes, I keep a little journal of the words I learn each week. It's so nice to look back and see how much I've learned. Even if it feels slow sometimes when you see it written down, You realize that you've done a lot.
That's a great idea, Sophia. Keeping track really helps you stay motivated. But, learning alone can sometimes feel lonely. You don't have classmates to share your progress with or someone to push you. So, step 6 is find a learning buddy. Even if you're learning alone most of the time, having someone to check in with can keep you motivated.
Yes! I used to have a study buddy when I was learning a language. We'd text each other every day and share what we learned. It made me feel like I wasn't alone in the journey. And even just knowing that someone else is learning too can give you that extra push to keep going.
Exactly. If you don't have a study buddy, you can join online groups, communities, or even find a language exchange partner. It's a great way to stay connected and motivated. Plus, it's fun to share your challenges and victories with someone else.
And here's another strategy. Mix in some self-reflection. Take time to think about your learning journey. What's going well? What do you find challenging? Reflecting helps you understand your strengths and weaknesses, and that can keep you motivated to keep going even when it's tough.
So true. And one last thing I'll add is that it's important to be kind to yourself. Learning alone can feel tough at times, and it's easy to get frustrated if you don't see fast progress. But remember, it's okay to take breaks. Don't be too hard on yourself. It's all about consistency and small steps.
Yes, be patient. Everyone learns at their own pace. The important thing is that you keep going, even when it feels like nothing is happening. Over time, you'll see the results.
Exactly, Sophia. So to sum up, here are our steps. 1. Set small, clear goals. 2. Create a regular routine. 3. Find ways to make learning fun. 4. Reward yourself. 5. Track your progress. 6. Find a learning buddy. 7. Reflect on your learning. 8. Be kind to yourself.
Yes. And remember, learning alone doesn't mean you're alone in the journey. You've got this. Keep going and don't give up. Thanks for listening, everyone. We hope these tips help you stay motivated and make your learning journey a little bit easier.
We believe in you. Keep learning, stay motivated, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.
Goodbye and happy learning.